teammate and the receiver gotten away. Those two number twos gotten away.
They sure did.
Of course, Heber, he's got an interception. He was looking for his second.
2nd down and 10 from the 48. Hillier tosses and off the hands of McKeever. That'll bring up 3rd down and 10.
And we're seeing the effects of throwing into the wind, aren't we?
And we're seeing the effects also of a team that doesn't throw a lot,
right?
And hasn't been forced to an awful lot. So,
well, you get 3rd and long, and you get down by 3 touchdowns, and the clock's running down. You just really have no choice.
5:02 remaining. Fans in front of us still imploring the Duke's defense. Hillier going to carry. Lots of running room down that far sideline. Then he is thrown down at the 35-yard line, and a flag comes in late on the play. Hillier's going to get the 1st down pending the penalty situation here.
I think there's some action back behind him as he was running. And, you know, you're not supposed to block or anything behind the ball. Personal foul against West Branch. Well, we've had more penalties in the last couple of minutes than we had most of the game.
We sure have. Yeah.
At least big ones.
Right.
A couple of face masks. See if we can pick it up here. Yeah. There was some action back behind the ball, but you couldn't really see what it was. In any case, it's a penalty on West Branch. 10 penalties this half after we played a first half where we had a total of 2, right? Yeah.
Wow.
Bob Jeffrey's all over the stats.
Oh, yeah. Well, he took the first half off when it was only 7.
Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot.
7-0. So he didn't have. But he's had to work here. He's earning his glorified paycheck here in the second half. When they straighten this out, you're looking at a 4th down and 8 near midfield.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure they're done straightening it out.
Yeah, and they're making sure of just that. You know, where's the ball spotted, making sure that down. Now they flipped it to 3rd down.
Right.
So it occurred during the play, not after the play. Not a dead ball foul, so it doesn't take the down away. Yeah, I know the fans don't like it, and it frustrates them a little bit when the referees talk out there, but isn't that what you want? You want them to communicate and get it right.
So it's now 1st down. That's going to be the call, and the ball is at midfield. 4:54 left. Now they wind the clock at midfield. Hillier gives it off to Caserta. And he fights his way down near the 46.
One of those familiar plays we've seen and a familiar result. Good 1st down running play of 4 yards. At 3.5 maybe.
2nd down and 6 now as we approach the 4-minute mark here in the 4th. Screen again. McKeever running room with some blockers to the 20, to the 10. And McKeever all the way down, and a touchdown for West Branch.
Wow, what a run.
Yeah.
They are determined to get that screen pass to the left side.
And
they made it work that time.
He tight-roped the last 10 yards on that far sideline, taking it in for the Warriors touchdown with 3:57 left.
Well, McKeever showed you his speed and agility, just a sophomore.
Yeah.
Picked up blockers. They did a good job working for him, running interference, and then he set up a couple of blocks right there. And then the last 10 yards is just him.
Yeah, look at this on the sideline.
I think Marlington thought he was going to go out of bounds. He said nothing doing.
Butler on to attempt the extra point. And he bangs that off to the left, no good. So 3:57 left. Marlington 28, West Branch 13. Timeout on the field. We'll come back with more 4th quarter action after these messages.
Are you looking for something different? At Friends and Family Credit Union, our success is defined by you. Our goal is to improve your financial needs and better your lifestyle. Friends and Family Credit Union provides loans, savings, checking, and other financial services to anyone who lives, works, worships, or attends school in Stark County. Our friendly staff is fully committed to serving over 11,000 of its members. What are you waiting for? Stop in one of our locations today to become a friend of the family.
Here's to time with friends, spoiling the grandkids, and romantic getaways. Here's to good health with AltCare's Primetime Health Plan. With new vision and dental benefits on most plans, a new hearing aid benefit, and worldwide emergency and urgent coverage when you need it, you can focus on planning your next great adventure without having to worry about your health plan. To learn more about our new healthcare plans, call us to reserve your seat at a meeting. We'd love to see you. Life's a journey with AltCare's Primetime Health Plan. Let your journey start with us.
Back here at Duke Stadium, Marlington 28, West Branch 13 with just under 4 minutes to go.
Hey, that drive, 9 plays, 80 yards, 2 minutes, 24 seconds, ended up on a 46-yard touchdown pass off the screen from Hilliard to McKeever. Extra point was no good, and as we noticed at the end of that particular drive, that was a new kicker out there, number 31, Olivia McLean. She's a senior kicker that got on the field and kicked out. We noticed in pregame that West Branch has 2 lady kickers.
Right. The onside attempt there by West Branch. Marlington recovers at their own 45-yard line.
And now Marlington just wants to run clock. You know, they've had great success the second half here of getting receivers behind the defensive backs of West Branch and hitting a couple of them, missing on a couple others. And they could do that if they get into a real long yardage situation. But I think Coach Balderson would like to just run it up and down the field here and run some time off that clock.
Yeah. Well, if things stand pat here, Marlington will improve to 8-1. And you're looking at West Branch slipping to 6-3 as we head towards the final week of the regular season next weekend. 45-yard line.
West Branch will go to, I'm sorry, Marlington will go and play Alliance next week.
And if Alliance wins tonight, they'll be tied, remain tied at the top of the EBC standings, both unbeaten. So that'll be for the title.
That'll be for all the marbles and some playoff ramifications. I think Alliance has to win to go to the playoffs.
Well, Marlington came in at number 6 this week.
And they'll get some points
in their
here.
Region, yeah. West Branch was 11th. Division 3, Region 9. And it is Griner going to carry. And he gets to midfield on a second down play. We've got a timeout taken.
I think Brock Wilkie, number 24, got in there on that tackle.
CJ Griner the carry. Tackle in the backfield by Brock Wilkie for the Warriors.
Looks like West Branch took that timeout with 3:03 left.
Here we're going to see it. Griner, he's done this several times, sometimes with real good success, but when you can't get out of the backfield, you're not going to make any misses downfield. So that's great defense.
Want to remind you, coming up at the end of tonight's ball game in our wrap-up report, our good friends at the Altman Health Foundation are proud to present our player of the game. Mark Miller and I will select a player from one of these 2 teams tonight and award that player the player of the game honors courtesy of the Altman Health Foundation. That's coming up in our wrap-up report. We'll also hope to hear from the winning coach at the end of our ball game here tonight. We've got some tough choices to make, Mark.
Yeah, some guys have had great games. You know, Bob's pointing at CJ Griner. He certainly has done that. 77 yards rushing and 240 yards passing.
Yeah.
That's a good night.
Going to be hard to go against that. Griner going to throw again and off the hands of his tight end, David West. And that'll bring up 4th down and 5.
Brings up a 4th and 5 for the Dukes.
With 3 minutes left in the game.
You know, I always thought it was an odd dynamic to have your quarterback be your punter. Now, it gives you a lot of options because you can run a fake, you can throw it from back there. He's usually got really good hands. But when do you usually punt? Right after you miss a 3rd down play. So you're discouraged, and then they say, hey, go back there and punt.
Yeah.
I was a quarterback punter, and I know I had to kind of clear my mind of what I just screwed up.
Right.
Typically an incompletion before I'd punt it.
And now Marlington is going to take a timeout. Not sure they had the right personnel
I think they had 10
out there,
guys
right?
out there. Yeah.
Yeah, 3 minutes left in this one.
Timeout on the field. Timeout Marlington.
Don't forget, tomorrow, coming up on 1480 WHBC Sports, it's the Ohio State Buckeyes as they travel to West Lafayette, Indiana to take on the Purdue Boilermakers. The pregame starts at 6, the kickoff at 7:30 on 1480 WHBC. WHBC Sports, your home for Ohio State football all season long.
And Frank Salona will be there in
That's
his
right.
RV tailgating.
Right.
And
Oh,
he
I
told
know.
us to pass along to all the fans if they want free food, show up at the RV before the Purdue game.
Frank, what's the license plate number on that RV?
Yeah, well, if there's some Buckeye fans over there, we'll take them. Come on over.
Yeah.
Oh, there'll be plenty.
We'll have brats and burgers and all kinds of stuff for you.
Does that license plate read Frank 1?
It's actually my brother's. We're stealing his RV.
Oh, boy. All right.
That'll be fun.
Just bring it back in one piece. And bring back a win, too.
Yeah.
28-13 our score here with 3 minutes to go. And Marlington trying to draw West Branch off sides, and that is going to give them a 1st down.
Well, you don't see that often on a punt.
No.
That the voice inflection can be strong enough to draw the defense off sides, but Marlington made it work. And I can't help but think they were talking about that during that timeout, because they got 2 guys to jump right there. That's it. That's another advantage of having your quarterback be the punter, right? Especially if he's calling the signals.
Sure.
He can use that voice from back there.
So after the penalty, the Dukes keep the football at the West Branch 45. Himmelheber straight ahead, couple of yards
Wayne Himmelheber on the
to the
carry. Up,
43.
about 3, going to bring up a 2nd down 7.
Both teams have 2 timeouts remaining.
Number 43.
Connor Wilson, number 43, in on that tackle, as was Hunter Sayer-Mackin. We've called those names a lot today.
We have. Sayer-Maxon's been busy. He's been very active. Defensive end. 2nd and 7 now. Griner going to keep. And he is cut down by defensive tackle Jacob Hurst. And now West Branch burns another timeout. And Marlington will be faced with a 3rd down and 5 with 2:15 remaining in the ball game. Hey, stick around. Our wrap-up report coming up at the end of tonight's ball game. We'll bring you hopefully an interview with the winning coach. We'll bring you all the final statistics. We'll announce our Friends and Family Credit Union Rock Solid Play of the Game and our Altman Health Foundation Player of the Game. So stick around for all of that as we put a bow on week number 9 of our Alt Care TV Game of the Week. Not a reference to Bo Balderson, by the way.
That's right.
But I didn't intend it that way. It just kind of
Different kind of bow.
That's right.
South 7.
3rd and 5 at the Warriors 40.
5 for the Dukes from 39.
Yeah, receiver moved up top. Going to be 4th and 10 or 3rd and 10 now.
Penalty on the field.
Lot of flags here in the second half.
Illegal procedure.
Yeah, you know, and you wonder why. I mean, it's still very competitive. It's been a good football game. The weather may be wearing on them a little bit, you know. And fatigue to a certain degree. You get into the second half, 4th quarter, sometimes concentration wanes. But you hear coaches talk a lot about finishing, you know, play great at the end.
Yeah. Ball at the 45. This is going to be Kearns.
Yeah. That's a new look that we haven't seen yet.
Yeah, the ball comes out and West Branch recovers.
Well, people are wondering, why is West Branch taking all those timeouts? This is why. You get a turnover. If you can score quickly, you got another onside kick and enough time to make something happen.
Right. Nothing is guaranteed. 2:08 left, and West Branch will take over. Kind of hard to see.
Well, again, an up back, and I think as he was struggling around right there, the ball came out, and they just fell right on top of it.
Yeah.
So that's a good break for West Branch to keep playing all the way to the final whistle, and now let's see if they can make something happen.
From the 43-yard line, the Warriors with a 1st and 10. Hillier looking, going to try to run. He's in trouble, and he'll be knocked down. That'll be a sack, and Mark, you talked about it, more a coverage sack that time than anything.
Yeah, and that's what you just absolutely cannot have happen right now is taking a sack. You know, chuck that thing out of bounds or something. But he's trying to make a play.
3rd sack for Marlington's defense, Bob tells us. Hillier looking, he's going to be chased, he's in trouble, puts the ball in the air, and McKeever's got it. McKeever with running room down the sideline. Flag comes in, 3 flags on the far side before McKeever is shoved out down near the 35-yard line of Marlington, but I think it's going to come back.
I think it's lineman downfield. They had run the screen, so they were running linemen down the field. He couldn't throw it. He scrambled around. Then he threw it to McKeever, who just kind of hung out there.
Yeah.
And I think the linemen were caught way, way, way downfield.
Marlington left.
I'm sorry, Dave. Marlington really played that screen. I mean, that's the play that McKeever ran for the touchdown not long ago. And this time Marlington was out there waiting on it, just standing there for him to throw it. So Hillier didn't throw it until much later.
Well, with 3 flags out there, you got to make sure everybody saw the same thing. Huh?
Yeah, there might be multiple penalties here again.
Here we go.
Hey, why not? Holding. Illegal receiver downfield. So 2 of them on West Branch, and I think they're asking Bo Balderson which one you want.
Which one you want, Coach? Pick a card, any card.
Pick a card, any card. They're all good for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they're going to take the holding.
Right. That pushes the ball back to the 36-yard line now. We'll see if you can pick this up. Maybe the hold.
Right there,
yeah,
number 2. Kind of spun him around. Maybe that's what they called.
Yeah. Not allowed to do that.
No.
2nd down and 17. Hillier going to try to run out of there to the 40. And he'll go out of bounds at the 41-yard line. Shoved out by Nick Tortola.
Oh, boy. Look at that. 15 penalties between them over 130 yards.
Yeah.
And all but 2 of those here in the second inning.
Right.
And all but a couple of them here in the 4th quarter. Another good coverage job by Marlington that time because Hillier had nobody to throw it to.
3rd and 12 from the 41 now for the Warriors. Hillier puts the ball in the air, and it's ruled incomplete. Caserta tried to make the shoe top catch, but the official was right there.
Yeah, that really was a good effort.
It was close.
I wonder if he's a baseball player. Looked like a shortstop.
See if we can pick this up.
Yep. It touched the ground. I'm not saying it bounced, but I'm saying it touched it.
4th and 12 with 1:18 to go. Hillier, all kinds of time, puts it in the air, and it is caught. It is caught by Nate Crick. That's a heck of a grab, huh?
That was a great catch. He was heavily guarded.
All the way down to the Marlington 30-yard line.
Oh, you're going to get a great view of it right there. Tipped it kind of back to himself. Good job.
Hillier looking, puts the ball in the air. Catch is made by McKeever.
Yeah, you'd almost rather that one been incomplete, because for a couple of yards you had to use a timeout. It's their last one.
West Branch burns their final timeout with just under a minute to go. 1480 WHBC Sports is your home for Cleveland Browns football. Coming up on Sunday, the Browns travel down to sunny Florida to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The pregame starts at 11, and the kickoff scheduled for 1 o'clock on Sunday. It's the Browns at Tampa Bay. All the action this Sunday on 1480 WHBC.
Well, the Browns won't be worrying about the weather in Cleveland, will they?
No, they won't. Ball is at the 29-yard line.
West Branch is just trying to score with some time left on the clock so they can get an onside kickoff.
Right. Find any way to score and force that onside kick. 29-yard line, just under a minute to go. Warriors out of timeouts now. Hillier back, looking, fires over the middle, and it's caught by Rastetter. And Rastetter is going to take it down to the 1-yard line.
Well, that's even better.
Check that, Crick.
Yeah,
Crick was the receiver.
Same guy, other side.
Yeah.
And if you can get a big play like this.
That's a heck of a catch.
That is a great catch. Knee went down just shy of the goal line.
Hillier going to carry. Hillier hit at the line, and it's ruled a touchdown.
Well, there
Brock
you go.
Hillier into the end zone with 42 seconds left.
Well, how about that? Throwing the ball into the wind when you don't do it very much.
Right.
There you go, just following his big guys up in there, and keeping the legs going. He didn't make it by much, but all you got to do is break that plane.
Well, here comes Olivia McLean on to attempt the extra point.
There you go. Out of the hold from the guy that just made a couple of great catches to get him down there.
McLean, extra point up, and the kick is good. Marlington 28, West Branch 20. Well, they got it to the point where they're going to make this onside kick mean something.
That's right. They got, if they do recover it, they've got enough time to, again, throw it down the field a few times and try to get that tying touchdown. Of course, now after the missed PAT after the second touchdown, they're going to have to get a 2-point conversion just to tie it at 28. But the hardest thing first, scoring a touchdown and getting the onside kick.
Yeah, and no timeouts.
Yeah.
So we'll set this one up now. As the rain continues to fall, the wind continues to blow. And again, West Branch will be kicking into that wind and rain.
And Jared Butler will be doing the kicking. That was a 7-play, 57-yard drive in 1 minute and 26 seconds. A 1-yard touchdown run by Hillier. Extra point good. Puts West Branch down by 8.
Here we go. Puts it on the ground. It's a squibber and immediately covered up right at midfield. Great job that time.
Number 2. How about that?
Yeah, not surprised.
Does it all.
That was a nice kick, actually. I mean, that was.
It was a good kick.
Took a second bounce.
And I know high school guys don't do a whole lot on game planning and that, but that's not the guy you wanted to kick it at.
No, that's unfortunate for West Branch. Ball is right at midfield.
And that's why he's there.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
right-handed
yeah.
kicker,
Right.
second guy from the sidelines. That's where you put your best hands guy in the front row.
Mm-hmm. So the Dukes will go into victory formation here. West Branch cannot stop the clock.
Well, it was a game effort by West Branch, that is for sure. There was no quitting those guys.
Yeah, the official, he sets the ball down.
Got to do it one more time.
And Griner takes a knee, and that is going to do it. The Marlington Dukes are going to win their 8th straight game as they hang on to knock off West Branch here tonight at Duke Stadium. The final 28-20 as the clock winds down. West Branch falls to 6-3 as they have now dropped 2 in a row. Congratulations to the Dukes. Stay with us. Our wrap-up report comes up in just a moment. The final on the Old Carolina Barbecue scoreboard, Marlington 28, West Branch 20. We'll be right back with our wrap-up report.
For nearly 40 years, Expert Auto Collision has been serving Stark County with premium customer service and collision repair. Bring your wrecked vehicle and they'll immediately get to work with you and your insurance company to get your vehicle back to pre-accident condition. Expert Auto Collision's professional crew has the experience and the drive to bring your damaged vehicle back to life.
Don't let an accident get your goat. Come see me, Tara, at Expert Auto Collision, the only female-owned and operated collision repair center in Northeast Ohio.
Expert Auto Collision, where we meet good people by accident.
There you go.
Automatic tailgates now. Liberty Ford is a family-owned business like we are.
No, this is Gregory Bumbu.
They stand up to their word, their promises. That, to me, is top service.
Just made the whole experience, honestly, perfect.
Liberties in Aurora, Maple Heights, Canton, Palmer Heights, Brunswick, Vermilion.
One, ladies and gentlemen. Two, are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4.
I feel this is going to be a big day.
Life were only like this.
Wouldn't want to miss this.
Looking forward to it.
What's this all about?
This is very exciting.
So cool.
Beautiful.
Great.
Mind if I have a look? I'm delighted to be here.
Amen.
I am.
Oh, very groovy, very groovy.
Let's have some fun today.
I like it a lot.
That's all there is to it.
I've heard a lot about you.
I've heard a lot about you, too.
The AltCare TV Game of the Week is brought to you by SARTA, Northern Ohio Honda Dealers, Malone University, Old Carolina Barbecue, Altman Health Foundation, Amison Dental Group, Massillon Cable Television, Friends and Family Credit Union, Expert Auto Collision, Jersey Sports Grill, and AltCare, and can be seen locally on His TV Canton.
Back here at Duke Stadium, welcome to our wrap-up report. Marlington, a winner over West Branch here tonight by a final of 28-20 on the Old Carolina Barbecue scoreboard. And let's go down the field as Frank Salona is with the winning coach from the Dukes. Frank?
Hey, Coach. Well, when these two teams get together, it's always a battle, and tonight was no different.
Yeah, it was back and forth most of the game. Defensive struggle in the first half, and I thought at halftime we made some pretty good adjustments. The kids knew what they were doing. And started catching the football. I mean, our receivers started making plays. A couple seniors really stepped up in that second half, but back and forth game. We didn't finish very well, and then kudos to them. They continue to fight to the very end, too.
This is a team now that you've got a great opportunity next week to step up and play Alliance, who also won tonight. Talk about, looking ahead to that one.
It's a championship game. You can't. Your backyard rival will be at Mount Union, where I played. You can't do any better than that. That's my little boy here. But it's exciting. Our kids put themselves in this opportunity to finish senior. Our seniors go out as league champs if we beat Alliance at their place. You can't ask for a better script than that.
Talk about seniors. I want to talk about your quarterback for a second here. Greiner, he was a kid that probably was very similar to their quarterback last year, right, in the way that he was handling the ball game. Tonight, though, he had that leadership ability. Last time I talked or heard the guys talk, they were 75 yards or so on the ground, about 230 in the air, so about 300 yards total in offense. Talk about what he means to this team.
He's that kid that might not have the best first half, but turns the page, might make a bad throw, and the very next throw is a laser and a touchdown. You know, he just makes play after play, and the fortunate part for us is he's back next year for us too. So he's a true leader. He's one of our captains, and the guys around him, they have complete faith in him. So when things aren't going well, they step up, and then he steps up too.
All right, Coach, we're going to get you out of this nasty weather here. Congratulations. Good luck to you guys next week.
All right, I really appreciate you guys being here. Thanks.
All right. Guys, back up to you.
All right, we appreciate it, Frank, and thanks to Bo Balderson for spending a few minutes with our sideline reporter, Frank Salono there. Again, Marlington a winner tonight, 28-20 over West Branch. Time now to take a look at our final numbers, and to do that, once again, here's Mark Miller.
Well, you're going to see that there's pretty good balance on both sides between the run and the pass. And look at total yardage, 357 to 327. That's about as close as it can get. Each team had one turnover, and both teams had more penalties than their coaches will like. Give them something to work on this week. Individually, we got to look at Thomas Caserta from West Branch, 23 carries, 129 yards. Really did a good job of keeping them in it. For Marlington, a couple of receivers had really nice games. Blaine Himmelheber had 9 catches, 112 yards and a touchdown. McCavian Mason, 4 for 98 yards, and 2 of his 4 catches were for touchdowns. We'll tell you about their quarterback in a minute.
All right, those numbers brought to you by Alt Care. Time now for our rock-solid play of the game from our Friends and Family Credit Union sponsor. And for the play of the game, we go back to the very first play of the game. How about this?
Well, what a way to start for the Dukes. They tip a attempted screen pass, catch it, run it in the end zone, and that put them up 7-0, but that's the way it stayed the whole half.
That was a 24-yard interception returned by Andrew Carr of Marlington on the very first play of the ball game. Marlington jumps out to a 7-0 lead and goes on to the 28-20 win, thanks to the Friends and Family Credit Union and our rock-solid play of the game. And finally, our Altman Health Foundation player of the game. And it was kind of a tough call tonight, but really we're going to go with quarterback C.J. Griner of the Dukes.
Well, his second half was really, really good. The numbers he put up were phenomenal, and as Frank talked to Coach Balderson about it, he ended up with 15 rushes, 80 yards. He threw the ball 31 times, hit 15 of them for 240 and 3 touchdowns and no interceptions. He really had a nice game.
All right, congratulations to quarterback C.J. Griner from Marlington. He is our Altman Health Foundation player of the game. Well, that's going to wrap things up here from Duke Stadium. I want to thank our sideline reporter Frank Salono, our statistician Bob Jeffries. For Mark Miller, I'm Dave Sheets. Our final score here tonight, the Dukes have won 8 in a row. They are now 8-1. They beat West Branch 28-20. That's our final score on the Old Carolina Barbecue scoreboard. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next week. It's week 10. We can't wait.